Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm just going to be guiding you through a little bit of meditation practice, and I'm going to do some sound healing as well, so you'll get to enjoy some amazing, relaxing sound healing instruments. Before we get started, I do want to just explain a little bit of meditation so that you have some tools and some advice that you can use going into this experience to hopefully ensure that you can get the most out of it. Meditation is such a profound thing, and it really has such an amazing capacity to help you receive insights into the nature of who you are and the nature of this reality. And those insights can be used to help you build the dream life that you're after. I absolutely love meditation. I'm so excited to get to meditate with you today. And so thank you for being here and thank you for following along. So let's get into it. Okay, so before we get started, there's a little bit of a checklist that I want to go through that you can use before you do any meditation to make sure that, again, you get the most out of your meditation. So the first piece is perform important tasks before starting. So it takes a lot to meditate sometimes. It is not always the easiest thing to go from our busy lives and sit down and take time for ourselves. So if we're going to go through that process, then we might as well try and get the most out of it. And these are some of the things that can stand in the way of you really being able to settle in fully and get into these deeper states. So the first thing is go to the washroom, of course. If you find you're sitting there for 10 minutes, next thing you know, you have to go to the washroom. That feeling can take you out of the experience for the duration of the experience. So it's really important to go to the washroom beforehand. Next thing is immediate chores and responsibilities. I have a little puppy. A lot of times if I forget to feed him or forget to give him water, then I'll be sitting there in the meditation and I'll, get thoughts about having to do that. So try and do as many of these as you can before you sit down. And then the final piece here is have everything ready before you get started. So have water nearby, having an eye mask handy, and a journal for journaling afterwards. All of these things can really make sure that you're setting up the foundation for success and you have a good meditation. So that's step one. Step two here is limit external disturbances. So for meditation, ideally you want to sit in a quiet room or sit in a room where you don't get a lot of noise from the external environment. That can really help. Another piece is if you do have family members, you might want to let them know that you're meditating until this time so that they don't disturb you, because truly you can be in the middle of a really extravagant, miraculous experience. Next thing you know, you get a knock on the door and you're immediately taken back to this reality in the 3D world. So we really want to try and limit that as much as possible. And then the final piece is to listen to meditation music with headphones on. So again, the music sort of creates a landscape that keeps you in your experience for longer periods of time without there being things that pull you out into the real world again. So I definitely am a big believer in meditation music, headphones especially, to again reduce any noise that's coming in from the external world so that you can allow yourself to go deeper. The next piece is temperature check. So these are things that you should ideally get in the habit of doing before you meditate every single time. Now I'm explaining them in a lengthy way, but eventually you get to the process where this takes you 10 to 30 seconds ideally, because you already know what to do before you get started. So next piece is temperature check, like I said. For this, you want to make sure that you have nice, comfortable clothes that aren't really restricting your body or your body's circulation in any sort of way. If you're in a cold room, you might want to have a sweater around or have a blanket around. And if, you find that you're getting too hot in your meditations, there's a lot of energy moving through you, you might want to layer and then be able to take those layers off to cool down. Finally, we have posture check. So there's two ideal ways to meditate. One might be laying on your back. If you are going to lay on your back, be wary that it's more likely that you will fall asleep in this position. So really try and enable yourself to stay awake. I recommend laying down completely flat on your back with your palms facing up. And this really helps me to not fall asleep when I am laying down meditating. And the next piece is if you're going to sit upright, to adjust your position. so that it's reliable and comfortable. So yeah, if you're, I typically need to raise my hips up when I'm sitting cross-legged, and in the past I might have like tried to make that seat smaller so that I can, open my hips more, but there's a time and a place for that. Meditation maybe isn't the time to stretch your hips. So maybe put that seat a little bit higher, let yourself be more comfortable, and then you'll find you can meditate for longer and go deeper. Because truly, the longer you sit in these places, the deeper you will eventually go. So this isn't everything, but this is hopefully enough of a good start for you to get in the habit of setting up the meditation for success before you even get started. Because truly, this phase can be just as important as the meditation itself. If you want your mind to quiet down, then basically building a proper foundation that allows your mind to calm down makes the process go so much smoother and easier. And the final piece, this is the actual part of the meditation itself. So there's 3 different components that are really important, the 3 S's of meditation, the 3 keys. The first is sati. So I lived as a Buddhist monk in Thailand for about 6 months, meditating many hours a day. And these were the 2 main principles that they would always drill into our minds again and again and again. It's called sati and sabai. Sati is your awareness. So this is basically making sure that when you're meditating, your awareness isn't getting distracted. It isn't anywhere else. Your awareness is with your experience in the moment. And so you also want to make sure that you're not like too hyper focused and you're not like too distracted. So it's about finding that healthy balance of awareness between like over effort and effortlessness, right? And then the next piece is sabai. So sabai means relaxation. In order to calm the tension in the mind, in order to calm the knots of mental occurrences, then relaxation is the best way to do that. So to me, this is the most important piece of meditation by far. It is just, you really, really, really want to relax. And the more you relax, the more your nervous system relaxes, the more your mind relaxes, and the more that you can surrender and get into these deeper states that we're after. The final piece is just to relax or release expectation. This is basically like, you sit down and you might have an experience where your mind is thinking and you say, oh, why am I thinking? Like, I must not be good at this. I'm going to quit, right? And every meditation is going to be different. You're always going to come at it from a different place. So it is okay to experience whatever you're experiencing in the moment, not expecting it to be any sort of way, not expecting anything miraculous to happen, but just surrender to what is happening, right? So sati, sabai, and surrender. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's get into it. So, I am just gonna get us to start off here with a little bit of a breathing exercise. So wherever you're at, once again, finding yourself in that relaxed and comfortable position. You may be sitting upright, you may be lying down, but just setting your body upright for success. I am actually going to disappear here so that I can go into darkness as I guide this. So yeah, as I get set up here, just taking a few minutes here to find yourself in a nice, comfortable position. Would be a good time to put your eye mask on as well if you have not done so. And just wherever you're at now, beginning to bring your awareness to this present moment. Maybe starting by bringing your awareness to the external world. Noticing the room you're in. Noticing the space around you. Becoming aware of your immediate external environment. here, moving deeper, bring your awareness to your body. Feeling your body resting up against the chair or the floor. Maybe feeling the clothes on your body. Maybe scanning throughout your body, starting with your awareness at the top of your head. And bring your awareness gently throughout your body, down to the tips of your toes. Releasing any tension along the way. And making any final physical adjustments that you need to settle in, get more relaxed and more comfortable. From here, moving deeper still, and I'll invite you now to bring your awareness to your breath. Noticing the inhalations and the exhalations, either by observing your diaphragm as it expands and collapses with the natural flow of your breath, or by observing the air at your nostrils, moving in and out of your nose. Not trying to change the breath, just bringing your awareness and your attention to it. Noticing that action alone might allow the breath to become deeper and longer. Awareness of the breath creates a more full and conscious experience of the breath. And let's take a few deep breaths together. So emptying your lungs, taking a full breath in, holding your breath in, and letting it go with a sigh. Holding the breath out. And full breath in whenever you're ready at your own pace. Holding the breath in, taking in a little more air. And letting it go with a sigh. Relaxing, releasing. Nice and easy. Final full breath. Deepest breath you've taken yet today, holding the breath in. And letting it go with a sigh. Allowing your breath to return to its natural rhythm. And the next thing I'd like to invite you to do is establish a connection to the earth. Bringing your awareness to the earth beneath you. Feeling any sensations that might exist there. And inviting the energy of the earth to enter into your field and enter into your space now. Whatever you're experiencing is the right experience for you. It does not need to look any specific way. Just the intention is enough. But noticing, the more attention that we give to our connection to the earth, the more that connection will grow, and the more grounded and calm we will feel. Letting the earth support you. And allowing yourself to receive. Being gentle and still with your mind as it takes the time it needs to calm down, not being in any sort of a rush here. It's gently falling into a state of deeper relaxation. Nice and easy, nothing to do, just be. I'm going to begin to play some sound healing instruments for you now. So the invitation here is just to maintain your sati, maintain your awareness, encourage relaxation, encourage sabai, and surrender any expectations you might have around this experience. If at any point your mind wanders, returning your attention to the earth, to your body, or to your breath. invitation for you now is to bring your awareness to your heart center. Feeling the area in and around your heart. And becoming present of the energies that you currently have existing there. Knowing that an increased level of attention and awareness is equal to an increased amount of energy and activation. So the more we focus our attention on our heart center, the more the feelings of love and gratitude expand and grow. Focusing on the center point of your heart and letting everything else fall away. Focusing on the center point of your heart and letting everything else fall away. Breathing into your heart center. Awareness of the heart center. established a substantial connection to our heart, asking the heart if it has any messages for you in this moment. Knowing that the heart is profoundly intelligent, and it is an incredible guide to help you live according to a high and great timeline. So can you allow yourself in this moment to listen to what your heart has to say and let your heart lead the way? You might like to take a moment now to say thank you to your heart. Thank you, heart, for guiding me so truly and so purely. Thank you, heart, for loving me, for always being there with me. You might like to say thank you to the earth for supporting you, for giving to you, for freely connecting to you. Maybe saying thank you to your body for being the incredible vehicle, machine, and mechanism that it is. So intelligent, so wise. Thank you, body. And thank you, mind, for being so smart, so good at processing, so good at rationalizing, so good at thinking. Thank you, mind. And thank you, spirit. Thank you, spirit, for allowing us all to come together to sing and dance this beautiful experience of life. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And finally, taking a moment now to thank yourself you for showing up today. Thank you for allowing yourself to be open and receptive. Thank you for enduring all the difficult experiences you have to get to this point. Thank you for shining your light, no matter how big or how small. Thank you. And as we begin to wrap up today's meditation session, spending a moment thanking any other being, experience, occurrence, memory, anything else you'd like to thank. Spending some time to send your thanks to that now. And as we start to wrap things up, savoring this experience a few moments longer. Remembering it can take some time within meditation to get to these deeper states of presence and calmness. So thank you for making it this far. And inviting you now to bring your awareness to your body, your awareness to your breath, your awareness back to the room that you're in, the space around you, any sounds present in your environment. And whenever you're ready, opening your eyes, stretching your body, and returning to the physical third dimensional realm. All right. Just truly want to say thank you all so much for joining me. I hope that you were able to get something beneficial from that experience. I hope that you learned something. And I hope that you received a little bit of restoration. Because I find that meditation really is such a useful tool when it comes to restoring your energy centers and giving back to yourself. And from a more full and whole place is when we enjoy our lives the most. So thank you so much for joining me. If you're interested in more content like this, I will be releasing more meditations, and I can assure you they will be different and just random every time, which is the way I like to do it intuitively. So yeah, there's plenty more content coming your way and plenty more already live on my YouTube channel if you're interested. I also work with people one-to-one through coaching and other various services that I have, so feel free to check those out. But I hope that you believe in yourself today and have a beautiful rest of your day. Have a good one.